So back to this protected access modifier. Again, you have the private, public, protected. So let's see what that means. So we know about private and public, right? Private means only private to the class, so other classes cannot access it. Protected is almost like public, but you're restricting that to only all the classes in that same package. Okay, they can access it directly. So private you can access directly with that. You can only access through a public method, right? But the protected you can access directly. So let's go back to the code and let's make some modification here. So for example, if I go to the main program here, and if I want to access the vehicle class through the boat, it's fine. If I want to grab the make string here, right, the make field, after I instantiate the object boat, I'll say boat dot make. So as you can see, you can't access it, right, because it's private. Instead of private, I can't. But if I change it to public, now that should be fine. So make is available right there. That field is available immediately for me. It's fine. I can change it to, I don't know what kind of boat is that, marine or something. So I can change that with no problem. I can use that, or I can use the method to change it as well. Either one is fine in this case. So if you make it public like this, then there's really no point of setting your setters and getters down here, right? The reason why you have setters and getters is because you want to set this to private. Okay? But if you have this set to protected, okay, of the make field, you can see that I still have access to that. So it's treated like public as well. Okay? In this case, this class called boat, because it's a child of the car, which is a child of the vehicle, so I can have access directly to that boat class. Okay? So if I were now to, let's just say, remove the boat, make that an independent class, and because I'm doing that, I can't use this one here anymore. Let me comment that out. So return 3 times speed. So the boat class is a separate class. It's not part of the vehicle or the car. So it's a so that's that part right here. Where's the no? That's this class here. Other class in the same package, okay, can access protected field. So that means that this is the same different class in the same package. The package is called default package. So in the program here, just normally I would just access it directly. I'm not sure why it's not doing it, because it's a default maybe. Let me just bolt that. So that doesn't work here, right? Let me do something here. For example, I'm going to change this package here. For some reason, it doesn't give me that option there. So I want to change this to a different package. Well, actually, I'm going to create a new package here. So you can just go and click this icon here, create a new package. I will call this what do we call this one here? ch10 example is fine. Okay, that's a package name. So it's a new package. And I'm going to do is I'm just basically drag these over to this package here. Okay, so I have a package of ch10 examples. When I do that, I mean the IDE automatically adds this line here for me for every class. So package is called chapter 10 examples. Okay, so all of them on the same package. Okay. Let's see if it now has it still doesn't let me do it. So vehicle protected. So yeah, so wait, this one you can just call it because it's not part of that. But actually, I'm going to create a vehicle class object instead of boat. I'm going to call it vehicle. We'll call it just v1 new vehicle. Right? Put that here. Now, because the main program is a separate class, is not a subclass of the vehicle class, right? So I can still access this vehicle class using this v1 object. So v1, I can access the make directly from here, right? Okay, for double quotes. It's protected. Even though I'm calling from the main class, I could still use it. And even if I create this one here inside the boat class, for example, in here, doesn't matter here, here's fine too. If I put that in here, I can still access it directly from the boat class to the vehicle class field because it's set to protected because I'm in the same package, right? If I change this back to private, you'll see that now it's no longer allowing me to do that, okay, because it's now protected. I mean, it's private only to the vehicle class. So same thing here. I cannot access the make anymore because it's now private. Okay, so protected, we'll treat it like a public. You can almost think like that. So it must be in the same package. So a subclass can also access it regardless of the package. It doesn't matter if you have a package or not, it doesn't matter as long as you have a subclass. So that means that I have a different package and I can still access it. So a subclass car, inside the car I can still access that. Vehicle 1 directly is fine too. It's a subclass, so that's no problem. And if I change this to private, okay, you see that now it's not possible, even though if it's a subclass, right? So the rule will apply, it doesn't work. Okay, go back to protected, and it's fine. Okay. Sometimes you have separate class, separate package. So I'm going to create a new package here again. I'll call this package ch10. I just put x2. Okay, new package in the same project. And this package here, I'm going to create a new class. I'll just call it temp class. And this is my main method here. It's a temp program, is fine. Okay, so as a package called ch2. Because it's a separate package, I can't really just call in here. I can't just say, you know, car, right? Car, and then car is equal to new car. Because I can't reach it. because car is not part of this package called ch2. It's a different package called ch10 examples. If I want to use that, then I have to import the package into this class. Okay, so I have to say import the package called ch10 and the car class. Okay, you have to import it that way into your other package in order to use those classes. So now I can access the car class in a different package, different directory in my code, just like I did before. But now this package is called ch2. This is a different package I imported here. So now I can do the same thing with the vehicle class, right? I can go ahead and do an import ch10 example dot vehicle. Okay, and the same token I can say now vehicle v1. Okay, so notice back here in the same package I can just say v.1 v1.make but in the temp class v1.make is not visible, right? Okay, because it's protected. Okay, so the rule here says you must be in the same package or in the same class, or you must be a subclass of that class. Then the package doesn't really matter. Otherwise, you're in a separate package and you're a different directory, and you can import my class information and to use it, but you can't really just call it and use it this way directly. Okay, so that's the protected modifier. If I extend this to the vehicle class, still doesn't work. It should work, but it doesn't work here. Yeah, not sure why it's not working. Yeah, so it still won't work. Right, so you have to be in the same package. Okay, so this one does not work. So that's what protect is used for. This is only used for, not for this purpose, but usually you use this to allow the subclass to access your data only if you're a subclass of the vehicle class. Okay, so that's the only difference between the public, private, and protected. All right. Any questions? Okay, so I'm going to go over just one thing about the assignment, and then I'll let you guys go. For this chapter assignment, number 10, see, right here, right? Create a class called horse, and then horse race, and things like that. I was kind of shocked when I saw that. I said, wait a minute. Right? It's a racing, and you get the results back. I said, oh, that's weird. So I'm not going to do that one. So you get to choose either number 2 or 3 for this assignment. Okay, so they're pretty easy, kind of like the way we just go over there in the example here. So the first one here is basically you create a class called candle, contains the color, height, and price, and you get the setters and getters for all those fields. And then in the price, just make sure that the price, you don't create a setter for that or getter for that, but you would create the calculation will be inside the and the height here. So when you set the height, you also calculate the price, because the price will be price is $2 times the height of the height value. So price equal to 2 times actually the price, I mean the height. And then you create a second class called scented candle, and then that will have, it's a subclass of the candle class, and you have a method, as well as you have to override the parent's set height method to do a different calculation. Okay, so this overriding, again, this is back to polymorphism, and then you display the results inside the demo candle class. Okay, you can do that one or this one here, kind of similar. The item sold, and then you're selling pets here, which pet is sold. You're overriding another methods here as well, and then you display the results back to the console. So you can choose either one of those. Okay, I think that's all. And I will post some of my code for the horse racing assignments. You can projects. You can go over that, and hopefully that will help you solve that little exercise problem.